All right, today we're talking about habits. So I'm going to quick show you something I just made that I've been putting off for, I want to say 5 to 6 years. I've got this idea from a few people. Jerry Seinfeld talks about it with, writing a joke every day and putting an X mark. Memento mori is, we're all going to die. And, so it kind of blends those two things together. But I'm going to start using it with my habits. I've done it before with a smaller thing, smaller little box, but here there's 294 boxes. So this is giving me lots of opportunities. Maybe I did the math wrong, but there's a lot of boxes. Take a look at it. So, what's the reasoning for this? Well, I've made from Craig Ballantyne, Early to Rise. He talks about rules to not do, rules that you won't let yourself do. And I was listening to a book review last night on Superhuman by Habit. Not recalling who wrote the book, but he talks about not missing 2 days in a row on his habits. And if he does miss one day, that becomes the most important task of the next day. So first thing in the morning. And that's how I like to do my habits, is first thing in the morning, because then I win the day. I define success by completing my habits. That's all I define my success by. Success is like intelligence. It's There's so many definitions, it doesn't even mean anything, so you need to define it yourself. So success to me is completing my habits for that day. Habits, I wrote about it last night. Instead of goals, which are outcomes, look towards your habits, which is the process to move you towards where you need to go, move you towards where you want to go. So, my mission with this is just to have that visual. I mean, it feels good to put an X mark in that little box. I've been doing it in the weight room. I have a small little thing, but this is bigger. I don't have to, once I get to 60 days, I don't have to stop. Like, it's plenty of boxes. So, my habits are currently just do my push-up ritual in the morning, 5 minutes of breathing, and that's minimum. Sometimes I do more. Sometimes I go to the float tank, and that's 60 minutes. So that's one. Writing in my gratitude journal, 10 minutes of reading a day, and that also can be listening to an audiobook. And then 30 minutes of walking. So that's 5 habits. Again, push-ups. No, I got another one. Push-ups, my 5-minute flow via Max Shank. So I'm working on my mobility. 5 minutes of breathing, 10 minutes of reading or listening to an audiobook, and 30 minutes of walking. Now, the good thing is when I walk, I listen to an audiobook. So within that, I get my stuff done. I get 2 things done. And that's usually at night. That's a good way to end the day. It's a lot of my creativity and ideas come from walking plus the audiobooks. So, but the morning is my push-ups, my breathing, my gratitude journal, my 5-minute flow. And then the momentum just carries me the rest of the day. I took care of myself before I left the house. In the summer, before I leave the house is like 6:45. When the school year starts, it's going to be 5:30. So I'm going to be up at 4, getting my shit done, and then I'm going to feel better. I'm going to be able to deliver value, be more present with my athletes the whole day because I took care of myself. That's why habits are important. Notice there's nothing crazy there. I mean, push-ups, 5 minutes breathing, 5 minutes mobility, 30 minutes of walking. That's something that anybody could do. Maybe you're not able to do push-ups, but you could, those things are very simple. They're not complex at all. And that's the thing with habits. You need to have small daily steps towards something rather than some big grand idea of how you're going to get there. Like, Focus on the process. It's easy to say that, but how are you implementing that? Habits, daily small habits. So, I could go on and on and on about, different ways and how I'm cued, what are my triggers in the morning. But the most important thing is that needs to be defined by you. What do you want to get? What's your outcome? But then you need to, what are the steps along the way? Processes, habits to get there. This is the first time I've done this in a bigger scheme, and that little piece of paper, that poster board, that will drive me to keep going, because I do not want to break the chain. I'm a highly intrinsically motivated person, but habits rule me. We are all slaves to our habits, so make them positive ones, make them ones that are pushing you in the direction you want to go. Because if you have poor habits, they're going to be pushing you in the direction you don't want to go. That seems so simple, but most people are not cultivating positive, healthy habits in the direction that they want to go. They talk about where they want to go, but they don't do anything about it. Maybe they don't know how to go about it, but small steps are the way. I don't care if you're 20 years old or if you're 70. This stuff will work for you if you do the work. A little longer video. I feel like I could go on and on and on, but the key points are small, simple habits, repeated every day before you leave the house, so you create momentum, which allows you to be more present in your day-to-day, which allows you to be a better communicator. You're probably going to be more kind, and with that, you'll be happier. Coach G, discipline equals freedom. The obstacle is the way. Keep shining your light. Keep on pushing, but you got to remember to breathe. Coach G, I'm out.